Terence Crawford gets David Avaneysan out of there in the 6th round. In what was a pretty good fight, man. Terence Crawford, I believe that was probably the highlight knockout of the year as we close this year out. What way to close it out but with a banging knockout that Terence Crawford produced on Saturday night. The fight started off as typical. As always, Terence Crawford starts off analyzing the data, downloading his opponent. Things started picking up after like the 3rd round. Bud started touching up his body a lot, hitting him. He was very systematic with it. He knew what he was doing. He was setting him up for big shots. Avaneysan comes in with that high guard like he always does. You know, he was there to be hit, man. He's not a boxer. He was there to be hit. Awkward. He was missing some of his shots. He connected some good rights on Terence Crawford. Never seen Crawford hurt. Took him good. David Avaneysan has moderate punching power. You know, nothing too crazy, but he got a little bit of pop behind his punch. And then the firefight kind of really started to break out, kind of like towards the 5th round. That's when it started really picking up, man. And you saw it. You can see what Crawford was doing. He was in there the whole time, just softening him up for the kill shot. That's what he was doing, man. It was just fucking amazing to watch, man. It was amazing to watch. One thing I did notice about Terence Crawford, though, man, did you see how big he looked in there? He looked really big. He filling out the welterweight division really good, man. You go back and look when he first got into the welterweight division, and then look at him last night when he fought David Avaneysan. Look at his back, man. He just looked full. His punches was crisp. They were strong. See, the one thing about Terence Crawford a lot of people don't understand is, even though he only had one fight this year, he stays always in the gym. He's always in the gym. He's always exercising and wrestling and all of that. So, see, you know, he spars and play. You know, so he's always active. So it's almost like he really didn't have that much ring rust. He did look a little bit slower than usual, but he was still sharp and accurate with his punches. I didn't see no diminishing of that. He still moves really good, got good upper body movement. But one thing that he did show last night, and I was looking at it kind of like he was just practicing for Errol Spence, you know, trying to be there in the pocket. And I always said Terence Crawford did have a good inside game. I was like, it's probably not as good as Errol Spence because we didn't see Terence Crawford really employ that in a lot of his fights. But as you saw against Avaneysan, Terence Crawford, his inside game is excellent. He has good inside work. But yeah, the naysayers gonna say, well, Avaneysan is not Errol Spence, but ain't gonna be able to stand there in the pocket and bang with Errol Spence like that. I don't agree with that. I agree he's not going to stand there as long as he stood there with Avaneysan, but he is going to stand there in the pocket with Errol Spence when they fight. I've said this. I told y'all this. I believe this. If they ever fought, that's exactly what would happen, man. And 6th round comes, and he's setting him up still, probing, and then he, out of nowhere, this shit was so quick. Like, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I didn't even see the punch. And he hit him with a right hook, man. And that was it. That was all she wrote. Good night. One thing is, though, Terence Crawford is definitely working on his body work. He's been definitely working on his body work. You know, man, he was just doing double jabs to the body. He was tearing Avaneysan body up, dude. So you saw Avaneysan's guard was getting more tight because he was bringing his arms in because he didn't want to feel them body shots. I'm telling you, that's all preparation for Errol Spence. That's what he's been working on, man. I've never seen Terence Crawford go to the body that much, man. I've never seen that. Not as much as he did with Avaneysan. And then the dude wins. He gets this crazy knockout with that right hook, man. And here comes the haters, like always. Oh, he was supposed to do that. Oh, he fought an Uber driver. That was a cab driver. That was a sparring partner. That was all this, that, and the third. Bro, listen, that's a guy who he was fighting. That's all that is. He was fighting who he needed to fight. That's it. The Errol Spence fight wasn't happening this year. So what you want that man to do? Stay on the shelf? You know what I mean? Stay on the shelf? Nah, he wanted to get a fight in. You know, he deserved to get a fight in. That's what he do. That's what bosses do. He did his own thing. He moved at the beat of his own drum. And you act like, people be acting like all the Errol Spence opponents was just straight killers. I mean, come on, man. Chris Algieri was a killer. Bundu, was he a killer? Was Ocampo a killer? Come on, man. I can keep going. Were they killers? Was Chris Van Heerden, was he a killer? No, none of them. They weren't killers, man. So Bud had to fight who he had to fight, man. And I told y'all already personally, I wanted to see Bud mix it up with Jaron Ennis, man. I wanted to see that, or I wanted to see him mix it up with Virgil Ortiz. But I wanted to see him fight. I wanted to see him fight Boots. I wanted to see him fight Boots more than anybody else, man. That would have been an awesome fight. And I still want to see it. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Terence Crawford is I think he's on the warpath, man. I think he's gunning for Errol Spence. He says he still wants to make the fight. We'll see. And then I think he's coming after Jermell Charlo. And I even heard that he wanted to fight Jamal Charlo too. This dude Terence Crawford is a different type of animal, man. Different breed, man. Different breed. But we'll see what's next for Terence Crawford. The next fight should be Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. But the politics of boxing, we know how that works. We'll see if he go back to the table and they can work out something, maybe for spring or something like that. That would be good. Like maybe like March, a fight like March or April, something like that would be nice, man. But we'll see, man. That's a big fight still. But, Errol Spence is a little questionable right now because he's getting into these accidents and all this other stuff going on with him. We don't know. We don't really know, man. I told you I don't think he's the same person, man. But we'll see. Shout out to Terence Crawford. Big up to David Avaneysan for giving it all he had. He ain't coming in to lay down, despite what these naysayers say. Bud got him big mad, man. He got these Aerosexuals running berserk all over YouTube, man. They even been swarming my comment section, the community wall, my videos, and I don't give a damn. Keep doing it, because that means you love me. You know you love the Rebel way. Anyway, this is Rebel Life Boxing, man. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Let me know what y'all thought about this fight, and I will see y'all later. Peace out.